We'll talk about the motors and sensors. So a motor controller uses the voltage to control the speed of a motor. It is also used with an encoder most of the time to regulate the speed at which the motor is spinning. A few motor controllers are the Victor SP, Talon SRX, and the Robotics Spark motor controller. The Victor SP is in the middle of price, about $60, but it's outdated, doesn't come with as many features as the Talon SRX. Talon SRX comes with the most features out of the three. Your programming team will like that. Comes with things like internal PID, but it's most expensive at about $90. The Spark motor controller, however, is the cheapest at about $45, but it comes with a large design, taking up space on your electrical board. Now here we have an encoder. This measures the rotations per tick. That can measure the speed of your output shaft, and this goes right on to a shaft right there, and you can use it with PID to have a regular speed that it will stay at. And then there's a sim motor right here, 12 volt DC brushed motor. It's a heavy duty motor, consumes the most power, but it can stall for a while, so it works well for drivetrains, and there's also a smaller version of this called a mini sim. This is the 775 Pro. It's the most versatile out of all of the motors. Do not use it in a drivetrain because stalling it for 3 seconds or more would just burn it out. It works well in a versaplanetary gearbox. You have right here is where the versaplanetary gearbox would go. It's nice and small, so it doesn't take up much space. And then here you have a Bainbot motor. It's very similar to the 775 Pro, but it's slightly smaller. And then here you have your sensors with a limit switch, potentiometer, gyroscopic sensor, photo gate, and ultrasonic sensor. And then the limit switch, pretty simple. When this is pressed, it sends a signal to the Rio indicating that it has been pressed. And then this is a potentiometer. When this rotates, it increases the resistance, telling the Rio that it has been turned. This is a gyroscopic sensor, also pretty simple to understand. When it's moved in any direction, it will measure the degree of rotation, and it'll take the degree of change in degree of rotation over the change in time, and that's what it'll output to the Rio. And then there's a photo gate. When something passes through it, it will send a signal back to the Rio. This is a ultrasonic sensor, pretty simple. Output bounces off, comes back. Then from the time, you can find the distance from the ultrasonic sensor to the object. One bad thing about this is it's very unreliable, because sometimes the sound doesn't bounce right, and it can get distorted along the way, which causes it to be very unreliable. And that's about it.